Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. What's going on, guys? Today we are updating the quarterback tier list. It's been, I think, just over a month since the last update to the quarterback tier list. We're not going to waste too much time on the intro. You want to pause and see a card that's already on here. Pause, of course, if you are new here and part of the 54% or part of the 54% of people who watch the videos and are not subscribed. Let's change that right now. Head down there, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications. And if you want a chance to be shouted out in the next video, comment who your quarterback is right now in Ultimate Team. Let's just get started. Okay, first card I want to talk about is CJ Stroud. I'm recording this video on Wednesday night. Unfortunately, Thursday, I have surgery in the morning. So if you're looking for, you know, playoff content or CJ Stroud gameplay, I'm not going to be able to do that this week. Just this week, I literally cannot. So I've scheduled out 2 videos for today, which you're watching right now, and then tomorrow we have a Like Squad episode coming out. But CJ Stroud, I don't know about his discounted abilities right now. I don't know. There are possibilities, of course, if they do give him either 4 AP pass lead or set feet with Hot Route Master. I do think he's the best quarterback in the game right now. If for whatever reason he's not able to get Hot Route Master and set feet, which would fit, you know, everyone's preferences, right? And I would also like to see him get a discount on set feet or pass lead. I would, yeah, well, like what they could do is give him 0 AP gift wrap with like 2 AP Hot Route Master, which would be okay if you need Hot Route Master. But if you don't, you know, I would rather him get set feet discounted, hot route for normal, or if you want to go 0 AP gift wrap, like whatever. Like, I just hope he has good abilities. Just one of those 3 in any kind of combination, and he's the best quarterback in the game right now. Just based off his speed, 93 speed, his release on his previous card was super buttery, and no one really used his last card because he wasn't that great at the time. So he didn't get much love on his previous card. His rookie premiere was obviously kind of overshadowed by the free, of course, Bryce Young. But some people did use CJ Stroud. I was one of them. His release is pretty nice. If you take a look right here, I'll just look up Stroud so you guys can see his release on his previous card. But obviously there is some speculation while I'm recording this right now. He has the traditional 2 release, which I do believe is the same as Joe Burrow's card if you've used that card, traditional 2. It's the same release. I'm pretty sure it's actually the Brady release, I'm pretty sure. So it's a solid release. I would actually probably say it's like a 4 to 5 star release in my opinion. So it's kind of in that fringe category. But CJ Stroud, as long as they don't cheat his abilities, which I will try to update whenever I come out from, I'll try to pin a comment whenever I come to, and I'm able to do it. I'll try to update. If they mess up his abilities bad, then he's way further down. But I do think he's the best quarterback in the game, barring EA really just dropping the ball, which they definitely could. And next up, we have the limited time Kyler Murray. And you know what? Maybe I'm a little bit biased on this card because I love Kyler Murray cards, but this one actually is pretty good. I will say that right now. If he was just like a normal team of the week drop, he probably would have gotten some more love. I think he definitely would have. Unfortunately for him, you know, both the playoff quarterbacks came out the next day, so didn't get much time in the spotlight. But set feet lead for 4 AP, sure. Would have been nice if he was given pass lead elite instead of Josh Dobbs being our first guy to get it. But Slinger 4 is actually not a bad release. It's actually pretty solid. The only problem with Kyler is the fact he's 5'10". If it was a previous year Madden, you would have problems with hitting your lineman in the back of the head. This problem obviously isn't gone, but it's not as bad as it's been in the past. Like in the past Maddens, you literally couldn't use it. You wouldn't be able to use Kyler Murray behind the line of scrimmage on short throws. Now it's gotten much better, but accuracy stats basically perfect, over 90 everywhere. Obviously, he can give me a pretty good ball carrier. I wish he actually had a higher break tackle and a higher carrying, but I think Kyler is good enough to be a high A-tier option. I would probably put him somewhere between Flacco, Herbert. Even Herbert maybe has him. Probably Herbert does have him, just based off releases there. Herbert has the good release too, if you were wondering. But yeah, Kyler Murray, obviously very good. Top of A-tier card, good runner, good passer. If you want to use a Kyler card, he's a good option. And next up, we got the fully upgraded Joe Montana, which I don't believe you're able to fully upgrade this card yet. So, you know, I know how Joe Montana plays. I know how his previous cards play. You know, the stats, they're Joe Montana-like. You know, pocket passers in this game, to me, do get hoed a little bit because, you know, they really don't have, I mean, you can argue it both ways, to be honest, but, you know, like the fact that he's got pretty similar passing stats to Kyler's card is crazy. Just because he's a pocket passer, like, I don't know, there's got to be, to me, there's still not enough that makes, like, sets different quarterback archetypes apart from each other. There still just isn't enough, in my opinion, at all. This is probably actually the worst year for it, but Joe Montana, yep, he's good. And for the abilities he does, of course, being a special season 4 card, he does get Master Technician. And this ability right here is Conductor, Hot Route Master, and Playmaker in one ability for 5 AP. The reality of it is no one is using this ability. They make the new abilities too expensive. They're not even really worth using. Master Technician is another example of that. And in only an 8 AP meta setup, you know, you want to use set feet right now with the amount of KOs in the field and fast players and high zone players are. So you don't want to be stuck out here without set feet. If you really feel like you can go Master Technician and Gunslinger and go knock yourself out, go have a good time. But to me, no velocity boost on Montana definitely hurts the card. And also, it's not like his release is anything like wild to write home about. So I would probably actually put Kyler in front of Joe Montana. You could even argue Hurts. Hurts with Gen 2, pretty consistent. Joe Burrow, you might even be able to argue. Like you definitely could, in my opinion, because if you take a look at Joe Burrow's card, I think Joe Burrow has the better release, and then the abilities, as far as the abilities go, you know, set feet lead still 5 AP, Gunslinger still 1. And again, if you want to use Master Technician, sure, go use it. That might raise him up for you, but I don't think it's worth using. I don't think it's a worthy ability. Conductor, who cares? Playmaker, I don't think I've seen a guy Playmaker me all year pretty much. Like use the Playmaker ability, like no one's using it. Hot Route Master, sure, but at that point you would rather just use a Hot Route Master QB. You know, like you know what I mean? So it doesn't make any sense to use Joe Montana, and especially because his card's not even really accessible right now. So I don't think he's that great. One card that I actually already ranked is I do want to talk about, and that's Drew Brees. Drew Brees, 5'11", traditional 3 release, which it's okay. It's a pretty moderate release to me, but you know, good accuracy stats, sure, 84 speed. This card plays okay. He's just solid. Like, you know what I mean? There's nothing great about him. He came out before this FE Hot Route Master QB started to roll out. Someone asked him or Luck. Definitely Andrew Luck, which we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, you know, if they gave him like a 0 AP Gunslinger or something, that would have been cool, but they didn't. So yeah, you see Ace Drew Brees, kind of middle of A tier right there. And also I do want to talk about the brand new Derek Carr, who just came out today. Kind of the same thing. He actually does get a better setup, and apparently his abilities actually are broken right now in the game, but does get a better setup in my opinion. Wait, no, he does not. Oh wait, this might. Okay, so I remember now. What's broken about this card is that he should hit the thresholds in order to get set feet and Hot Route Master. He does not do that, so he's not gonna be able to stack the two. But once they fix the card, you'll be able to pick between Hot Route Master or Set Feet Lead. So to me, a Gift Wrapped and Set Feet Lead combo is actually pretty good. It's the same as having if you're already going to use Gift Wrapped and Gift Wrap 0 AP and then Set Feet Lead's discounted, it's the same as one of them being discounted. It doesn't make a difference what's discounted. As long as you're using one of these abilities, you're okay. So that's why Derek Carr is also down here. Also does get the Gen 2 release, which we've seen a lot of quarterbacks already kind of use today. Speaking of Gen 2 quarterbacks, here's a left-handed one. Gen 2, a Tua Tagovailoa, 91 speed, 87 acceleration, and I really don't know why they make Tua such a good ball carrier. Like, it makes no sense. You're telling me Tua he's a better ball carrier than Kyler Murray. Tua, I think they said Tua ran the ball, like his longest run of the year this year was 10 yards. It was in that last game they played against Kansas City. But they still give him 93 juke move, 91 break tackle, 83, like it's crazy. But obviously good accuracy stats, has that quick release, should have, no, they actually didn't give him higher short accuracy, but 90, 90, 90, 96 on the run, 96 under pressure. If you aren't using a lefty and you want to use Tua, remember there's going to be a little bit of a period where you have to get used to the card and kind of feel him out. So don't go out there with Tua thinking your first game you're going to be a world beater with him. You're not going to be. Cool thing about Tua is that him and Jordan Love can both get Hot Route Master and Set Feet Lead. So if you're willing to invest 7 AP into Hot Route, Set Feet Lead, and you could also even go with, I guess, probably you would go with Gift Wrap. So Gift Wrap, Hot Route Master, Set Feet, all for 8 AP. You can do that. Gen 2 is solid enough where you can definitely, win games with that release, in my opinion. So I think Tua Tagovailoa is S tier. He gets 2 good abilities in the game right now, has a usable release, has good stats. That puts you in S tier right there off rip. So big fan of Tua's card. Definitely does play very well. That being said, Tua at S tier. Next up, we have our 2 limited time cover athlete quarterbacks. The first one, Lamar Jackson, who I still do believe is the most expensive card in the game right now. It makes sense to me. He's easily a top 5 QB in the game right now, has the best release in the game right now. Madden 24's best release is traditional 4, so whoever gets that, you have a 5-star release, you're hitting those crazy deep bombs. Like, it's a very good release. And also you don't need Gunslinger with it too, so that of course does save AP. Obviously as a runner, it's Lamar Jackson, crazy COD, over 90 carrying, over 90 in all the stats, 94 speed, good acceleration. The one thing to me that has Lamar a little bit dated is his abilities, right? He does get Set Feet Lead for 5, but you don't need Gunslinger on him, so it kind of corners you. Are you going to go jukebox or fast break, Or don't use any of these discounted abilities and just go use gift wrap. You could do that too. And then you have, what would that be? 2 AP to still work with on offense for apprentices or whatever you want to do there. To me though, like, if you were to strip all quarterbacks of their abilities, Lamar would probably be top 2. Like, I think it's Lamar or William Perry for that number 1 spot as far as how cards play. Obviously, abilities also do factor into it, but if we were to strip down all the cards, Lamar is top 1 or 2 as far as just how cards play. Like, if there was no abilities in the game, if just how cards played. So, if you don't care about Hot Route Master or don't need apprentices, then, you know, Lamar's your guy. But if you do, if you are stuck to that Hot Route Master set feet, then maybe a guy like Tua is more for you. You know what I mean? It comes down to preference and kind of splitting hairs, especially when we kind of get to this point of the year. And next up, we got Mike Vick. Of course, I love Mike Vick cards. Use them all the time on my Jets teams. Also, I'm very used to using left-handed quarterbacks, but 95 speed, 94 acceleration, 95 agility. Passing-wise, he is an absolute stud. Over 90 everywhere besides break tackle, break sack. Not that big of a deal. Even if that stat's 99, it happens once a blue moon. Good ball carrier stats, 88. Would love to see that at 90, though. 95 COD, 91 juke move. To me, this is just the worst Lamar Jackson, right? And also, I didn't mention Lamar does get unstoppable run and gun, where to me, or not unstoppable run and gun, Collector's Edition run and gun, which is very good. To me, though, I don't think either, besides run and gun on Lamar, like Escape Artist doesn't do anything. Unstoppable Hot Route Master is cool if you're able to light it up, right? If you can get that lit up, it's great. Won't turn off for the rest of the game. And then Collector's Edition Truz is cool. I think it does start on. I don't remember, but either way, you rush for 6 yards, it turns on. It's an X factor, and of course, Truz means you won't fumble. Discount abilities, I already saw that one. Of course, he does get 0 AP gift wrap, so his ability setup's actually better than Lamar's in a way because he does get set feed gift wrap right there, which is the same thing as having discounted set feed if you are going to run gift wrap anyway. And then Escape Artist for 4 AP as an ability X factor. It doesn't matter because it doesn't work anyway. Either way, I'm going to put Mike Vick up here in front of Tua. Again, if you want Hot Route Master set feet, Tua could be the better option for you. But again, if you strip the cards of all their abilities, I think Slinger 1 is number 2 right now in the game. Maybe the Stroud release comes in at number 2 for some people, but I think it's one of those 3 for sure. And even also the Joe Burrow release is also very good too. So you know, there's a lot of different things going on. Actually, Joe Burrow is the senior Stroud release. What am I talking about? That's on me. I forgot that. By the way, it's Herbert's release. Herbert's release is also nice too. So Slinger 1, Herbert release, Stroud Burrow release, and then you have Gen 2. All the Gen 2 guys are probably in that like 5, 6, probably 5. And then you have Slinger 1, and then obviously the Lamar Jackson release. So both of our cover athlete QBs go back to back. They're both great. If you had to pick one though, I would prefer Lamar Jackson. I would definitely prefer Lamar. And next up, we got William Perry. So William Perry, like I said, he stripped on all the QBs. I think, like all their abilities, I think he's the best QB in the game right now. Looking at his stats, just look at these, look how much green you're seeing right here. He's 235. It doesn't affect how he throws the ball. All it does actually affect is his juke move, but 93 carrying, 96 trucking, 6'2", so he's a good enough height where he's not gonna get in trouble hitting your lineman in the back of the head. Over 90 in all important accuracy stats everywhere. 90 in physicals, 94 strength. This card is nutty. Then we reintroduce the abilities back into things. He gets pre-baked gunslinger, but still has a discounted slot, which you can use or you don't need to. I don't think, like, this is probably the one problem with the card, that they could have made him super, like, even more broken if they given him, like, 0 AP gift wrapped or whatever the case is. But set feet lead, free gunslinger, and then gift wrap for 6 AP is just a super nice setup. It's kind of rare to see that in this game right now. So William Perry, also not to mention, has the same release as Lamar Jackson. Again, I'm putting a lot on Stroud, right? I'm putting a lot on Stroud. Is Stroud the best QB in the game right now? I'm recording this on Wednesday night. There's still question marks about the card. What would they have to do to make him better than Perry for me? To me, if you don't care about the Hot Route Master set feet lead or pass lead elite stack, then I would go Perry over Stroud. If you want the Hot Route Master pass lead, then go with a guy like Stroud. If Stroud doesn't even if it's not possible for Stroud to even get Hot Route Master and set feet, I look stupid right now, and he's probably further down the tier list. He probably would end up, honestly, like, I'll show you at the end of the video where I think he'd end up. But I think Perry 1A, 1B with Stroud, if Stroud is able to get Hot Route Master pass lead or set feet. Those are my thoughts right there. And next up, we have who, in my opinion, is the best buy right now in the game. Also, probably a fact, too, while we're at it. But 200K for Andrew Luck is straight up ridiculous. Like, his value for an S tier QB is insane. perfect stats pretty much. Good enough speed, can roll out. He's not an elite runner like Lamar or Vick, but can definitely roll out and make good throws. Got 95 throwing the run, over 90 in all the important accuracy stats. As a ball carrier, good enough juke move to make guys miss. Good carrying at 85, and most importantly, he does have the William Perry and Lamar Jackson release, which is obviously probably the most important thing. And then for abilities, he does get discounted 0 AP gift wrap as well as set feet lead for 5. So pretty good setup right there. Again, if you I guess some people don't use set feet lead. I don't know how you don't right at this point of the year. If you don't, then obviously your list might look a little bit different, but I think the majority of people are using set feet. So set feet gift wrapped, again, it's the same thing like Jordan Love, being able to get discounted set feet. Pretty much the same thing if you're going to use gift wrapped anyway, because you're trading 1-1, if that makes sense. Hopefully what I'm saying there makes sense. Either way, Andrew Luck, I'm going to put him at S tier. Again, though, you want set feet and Hot Route Master. Luck can't get it, so use Tua. Simple as that. And next up, we have the Josh Dobbs Pastronaut. This card right here is actually really good. He's another Gen 2 QB. I think he's got great, look at the accuracy stats and all the stats over 90. The one problem with this card is his carrying. Make sure you're getting down, and if you do want to try to structure run, make sure it's worth it. You know what I mean? That 90 juke move, 91 COD, 94 break tackle. Again, a better runner than Kyler, but very low carrying, good speed, good acceleration, 6'3", 216, my bad. But Gen 2, again, serviceable. You can definitely use that Gen 2. And for abilities on this card, the abilities to me do somewhat cover up his release, which isn't Lamar Jackson's release. It's not Slinger 1. It's none of those releases that we just kind of talked about. But it's still usable, right? It's still usable. And you are also able to give him Fearless for 0 AP. You can run Pass Lead Elite on him as well, and Hot Route Master, and be able to fit it in. Fearless, Pass Lead, and Hot Route. And you can also use, if you want to go 8 AP on your quarterback, you can actually go Gift Wrap as well. So Gift Wrap, Fearless, Hot Route Master, and Pass Lead. You can run them all. If you want to go more simplistic, you can just go Pass Lead and Hot Route Master, or you can just go Pass Lead. And no matter what your setup is, you have Fearless. So he's immune to pressure every other 5 plays. He's immune to pressure, which to me does cover up some things on this card, like him having kind of a subpar release. So I'm going to put him up here. I think he's above Lamar. I think the abilities, they're all tier, S tier abilities for me at the quarterback position. Fearless, Hot Route, Pass Lead. Him getting all those in an affordable range where you can still run apprentices if you want to. Even if you don't want to run Hot Route Master, it's still very affordable for just Pass Lead and Fearless, which is very good. So I'm going to go Josh Dobbs up here in front of Lamar Jackson. Again, if you strip down the cards, Lamar plays better. That's the truth about it. Lamar does play better if you strip down the cards, but the abilities on Josh Dobbs are simply, you really can't ignore them. They're really good. And you can, if you don't want to run Hot Route Master, you can even go with Gunslinger to cover up the release issue. You know what I mean? And make it pretty much at par with a non-Gunslinger traditional 4 release. And finally, last but not least, we got the Playoff Jordan Love. Playoff Jordan Love is kind of what I'm basing what Stroud's card could be. If they give him these same abilities, then he'll be the best QB in the game. Most likely, if again you believe in Hot Route Master, set feet lead. If all you need set feet lead, I'll give you that spiel in a second, but you know what I'm saying. Either way, Jordan Love does get that set feet lead, Hot Route Master. You can run what you want, or set feet lead and gift wraps. It's the same as having 0 AP gift wrap. You guys kind of heard the whole spiel already. So Jordan Love gets the Slinger 1 release. I believe Jordan Love plays better than the Josh Dobbs card. I don't think you really need Gunslinger on a Slinger 1 quarterback. The only problem he really has is on those super deep throws, and that's why I like William Perry and Lamar Jackson's releases for that reason. But Slinger 1, short to mid, either side of the field is super quick, it's super snappy, great for RPOs, great for all that good stuff. So Jordan Love, you don't get the good ability stack with it. With, to me, an S tier release in the game right now, it's still Slinger 1. I think he's gonna put him right here in this slot right here. Again, if you want Fearless, if you want to change some things up, if you want to use Pass Lead for whatever reason, so you run a rollout offense, pick Josh Dobbs. I think these two guys are very interchangeable. I don't think Vick and Lamar are interchangeable. I also wouldn't interchange these two guys. But these two guys I would interchange. And again, if Stroud, for whatever reason, does not get set feet lead and Hot Route Master, it's not possible. Or say like they only discount Hot Route Master and you don't care about it, it's gonna lower them a little bit for me. I think they gotta make sure they give that card discounted, either Pass Lead or set feet. So the people who don't need Hot Route Master can still use the card kind of cheaper, I guess. But if it's gift wrap, whatever, because you're probably gonna use gift wrap set feet anyway. So if it is UAP gift wrap, may not be bad either. There's really no way they can mess with this card unless they really try to mess it up bad. But right now, Top 5 QBs right now in Madden 24 Ultimate Team. Number 1, we'll go Stroud. Number 2, we'll go William Perry. Number 3, I want to switch these two. I think I would go Jordan Love. So I'm going to go Jordan Love at number 3. Number 4, we got Josh Dobbs. And then number 5, we got Lamar Jackson. Those are the top 5 quarterbacks right now, Madden Ultimate Team. Again, comment down below who your quarterback is for a chance to be shouted out in the next video. And of course, who's too high, who's too low, let me know down in the comment section. And yeah, as always, I will see you boys in the next one.